What is going on, dope heads? It is me, your idiot leader. You're right, Steve White, the idiot leader. I am here today. I thought I'd go live today and I got all kinds of crap to show. It's building up on me. The mailbox is overflowing. I got questions. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. So I thought I'd show some. I got some pre-code horror back here. I've got some new stuff. I've got a horror galore. I've got cheap stuff. I've got all kinds of stuff. So I thought I would just get to it and show some stuff today. See what's going on. There is Bub. What is going on, Bub? Hashtag crap to show. You're right. Hashtag crap to show. I've got a bunch of crap. It's everywhere. And I was doing a bunch of show and tell videos, but it's piling up quicker than I can show the shit. So, that's what I figured we would do. We'd show some stuff off and talk about some stuff and see what is going on. Steve White, glad you could join us. Kentucky Bub, what is going on? I've been watching his videos. He just got back from a Comic-Con. Been checking that out. Robert Springs, what is going on, Robert? L Green Machine, what is going on? Howdy doody. I don't know what to show first, so I'm just going to start showing some stuff, and I'm going to fill in with some of these questions because all my questions are building up on me and everything. And shout outs today. Found a new channel. What about Lunch Money Comics? I really like Lunch Money Comics. They show comics on the comic book channel. Can you believe that? A lot of channels don't show comic books, but Lunch Money Comics is a new channel I found. I don't know if you are subscribed to Lunch Money Comics, but go subscribe to Lunch Money Comics if you're not subscribed to Lunch Money Comics. I've been watching Steve White. Subscribe to Steve White. He's been showing off his G.I. Joe collection. I mean, you got to go check that out. Bub's been showing stuff. Subscribe to Bub if you ain't subscribed to Bub. And we'll be a nice little community here. A bunch of old men showing off comic books that kids don't care about. I've got 2 kids, and they don't care anything about comic books. And I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them because they don't care about them. I noticed today the kids don't collect anything physical. All their music is, on their little iPhone, and their video games they pay for or out there in the cloud somewhere. They don't have anything physical they can hold. I remember growing up, I used to love cassettes and love records and reading about who they thanked and reading about what gear they used and who their best friends were on tour and all this stuff. And kids today don't collect nothing. They don't really have nothing physical. So I guess I'm going to throw all my comics away or something. I don't know what to do with them. But might have to sell them before then. Kids don't care about that stuff. They could care less about anything like that. I got cards, I got comics, I got guitars. They don't care about any of it. But anyway, what should we do first? Should we answer a question or two first? I don't know. Let's just answer a question first. Cheddar, and if you got any questions, you can leave them in the chat, or you can leave them, you can message me like most people do, or leave them anywhere you want to on Instagram or YouTube. But Cheddar is better. I wanted to know who to win in a fight between Amanda Waller and the Penguin. Penguin being a male, I would think he would have more strength. Penguin's crippled though, and Amanda Waller's probably got better cardio. Amanda's pretty mean. I don't know. It might be a toss-up. I don't know who would win that fight. Amanda Waller versus Penguin. If I was a betting person, I would say Penguin. Why not? I think Amanda Waller is mostly talk. I've never seen her in action at all. And I think Penguin's probably got roughed up a couple times before. So I'd say Penguin's got the experience on her. So I feel like Penguin could beat up Amanda Waller. What is up? Where'd you get that? Woohoo! What is going on? Steve says Amanda is ruthless. She is ruthless. I like what I'm reading. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm reading a lot of Suicide Squad here lately. And, Amanda Waller dominates that. Amanda Waller is in Green Arrow. She's got a big part to do with the DC universe here lately. And Bub said he would take a Waller in a hot dog eating contest. I don't know. Against Penguin? Penguin, he's 4 foot tall and 4 foot wide. I think the Penguin could put down some hot dogs too. So it might be better entertaining to watch Amanda Waller and a penguin in a hot dog eating contest. I don't know. I don't know who you got in that, but I know Bub's got Waller in a hot dog eating contest. But in the UFC cage, I'm going penguin barely. What is up, Cali Comics? Copperpot doesn't have the cardio. Yep, you're right. It could come down to cardio. It depends on how quick, Copperpot can grab a hold of. Copperpot is like, if he's wobbly and she could take out the leg somehow with like a Karate Kid sweep technique, she might actually win. I'll put the kids ahead to start buying kids comics. I have a better collection than I do. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I got to figure out something. I don't think I've never sold anything. I don't want to sell nothing. But my kids, I'm afraid of what they're going to do when they get a hold of my stuff. They're just going to sell it. And I don't even know what they would buy with it because they don't really buy a lot. Most of their stuff, like I said, is just invisible stuff out in the cloud. But let's just look at some stuff. And I got a ton of stuff to look at. Let's look at what I've been reading lately first. Get that out of the way. For some reason, I saw this at my comic book store, and I picked up this #1 Werewolf by Night, and it sucks. I keep trying to find a good werewolf story, a Werewolf by Night. I don't think there is any good Werewolf by Night shit out there. If there is a good Werewolf by Night story, let me know, because this Werewolf by Night just sucked. And I don't want to read anymore. And I should have known from the very, very beginning. Look how crappy this artwork is. I mean, what in the hell is this? Bub, it looks like you drew that. I don't know who drew that, but I won't be reading no more Werewolf by Night. If you got any good Werewolf by Night, just leave it down there, and I will see what I can find. Let's see. Yes. There is the Library 88. Ayo. Yeah, you want to see the Hulk #1 again? Before the end of this show, I'll show the Hulk again. Why not? I wasn't going to show it, but I can show it. I can dig it out. It's in this box right here. So I would dig it out for you. Speaking of Hulk, this is the best thing I've read lately. This is a trade. And you want to know how bad Abomination, which is what this book is about, and Hulk hate each other? Abomination killed Betty Ross. So if you killed my wife, I would probably hate you pretty bad. That sounds bad enough. But the crazy part about it was, then Bruce Banner goes and sleeps with Abomination's wife. So we have Bruce Banner fucking Abomination's wife, and Bruce Banner's wife, Betty Ross, getting killed by Abomination. So these two guys hate each other. One screwing the other one's wife, and the other one killed the other one's wife. So this is a crazy book, crazy artwork, beautiful artwork. It's just a bunch of sex from Bruce Banner and Abomination's scientist wife having sex all the time. But anyway, good book. If you ain't read that, Abomination, Abominable, check that out. That's good stuff. I'm going to start me a stack somewhere. This sucked. I read it. I really want to love Professor Pig. I want to love Professor Pig. He's cool looking. He reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It would be awesome, like in The Batman 2, if we could see some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Dart the Pig, or Professor Pig. But this book sucked. This book was no good. So I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to find a good Professor Pig story because I like Dart stuff, but that is not it. That is not the one for me. So I will keep reading. Oh, man. Did you read Nam Wolf? I haven't read Nam Wolf, but I did read Cap Wolf. I like Cap Wolf a lot. I looked at that book a lot. You must have bad taste. I take it you're talking about the book I just threw, the Werewolf by Night. I did not like it. I've never found a Werewolf by Night I like. Dope wears Hulk around his neck. I do like me some Hulk. Hulk is the shit. And Library 88, we will show that book for sure, brother. Betty Nugs, Wheeze the Jews. Bruce takes the cake. Yeah, I mean, Bruce is screwing Abominable's wife more than once in that book. Abomination's wife. I was like, I don't know why. Bruce didn't know. I give him credit. First of it, Bruce did not know. Bruce was looking for Abomination. Abomination was taken hostage in this underground jail cell, and it's out like Area 51 in the middle of the desert. And he comes across this woman that's a professor, and he starts banging her. But she knew who Bruce was, and Bruce is banging Abomination's wife. And Abomination kills Bruce's wife. So they're enemies for life now. I mean, this is like as the world turns, you know what I'm saying? And there is actual Dracula. What is going on, Dracula? Another good read. If you haven't read, there's 4 issues of this. This is Ghost Rider versus Jack-o'-lantern, a possessed Jack-o'-lantern, Ghost Rider. 4 issues of this, 2 flame heads going at it. Really good read. This is what was this issue right here? This was issue 11. So it'd be 8, 9, 10, and 11 of Casualties of War. Really good read. I love my Ghost Rider. That was a good read. Oh, me. I haven't read this one yet, but this is a one-shot. Anytime you find a Hulk one-shot, you got to pick it up. And this one's called Let the Battle Begin, and it's got these badass bad guys in the background. Wild art. I hope the inside looks as good as the outside. I don't know if it will, but I'm definitely going to be reading this one soon and seeing what it's all about. So we'll see how that goes. The Great Legend show. The Great Legend's one of the first shows I ever watched when I got on YouTube. It's probably, I don't know, 2019, 2018. Him, and he had like 4 guys on the show with him. And one of them was like this black-headed girl that collected, I don't know, toys. And the dude aside her just ate weird food like pickles and ice cream. And there's this blonde-headed dude that just talked X-Men all the time. And then there's this other guy that was kind of like the host of the show, The Great Legend. And he I don't know, he was kind of just bland. But there was 4 of them. And it was a good show, and it got me into doing YouTube. So thanks, Great Legend, for all you've done. And we missed the show. It was one of my favorite shows. I know about a year ago, y'all came back and did one show, and then I didn't see you anymore. So I don't know what happened there. Oh, man, what is up to my brother, Digger Jim? Digger Jim, what is up? I hope you've had good digging lately. Yeah, maybe I need to have the old legend on here one time. We both got beards, and we both think we can rap, and I know I can't rap. But anyway, the last book I'm reading this week before tomorrow, because tomorrow all the good shit comes out, is I picked this up. This is Batman Noel. I don't know if anybody's read it, but one of my favorite stories of all time is the Batman Joker book. It's actually just called Joker, and Brian Azzarello does the artwork. And I mean, the artwork in these books looks amazing. The stories are amazing. I haven't had a chance to read this one yet, so I don't want to thumb through it too much, but looks really great. You can see this is a Christmas story, I believe. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. The art looks great, so I'm excited about reading that. And that is the end of the Born What Am I Reading Lately? Cali Comics, yep, that's awesome art. That's my favorite art. Batman though was good, amazing art. Yeah, the Joker, I think I got it down there too, right beside me. It's really good too. It's got beautiful art in it. The best splash page in the world. If I could have one piece of original artwork, the piece of original artwork I would want would be this right here. Joker walking out of Arkham Asylum. It's beautiful. That is the piece of artwork I would want. Well, of course, or Hulk 1 anything. The Hulk 1 cover wouldn't be too bad, would it? Oh, man. So anyway, let's get to another question. Philtastic Comics and Art. If you're not subscribed to Philtastic Comics and Art, go sub up Philtastic. He says I read a lot of ghost and paranormal monsters. Do I believe in ghosts, and have I ever ran into any? Well, the only ghost story I got was around 1996. I was sitting at home at my mom's house as a kid, probably a teenager, 19, 18 years old, watching wrestling on a Monday night in the recliner. My stepdad and mom was not there, and it was getting late, and I found out that my grandma had passed away. The phone rang. My parents said, "Hey, we're at the nursing home. Your grandma has passed away." And about that time, I heard in the kitchen a box of hamburger helper fall off the shelf. That's it. That's all I got, Phil's. That's all I got, Phil's Comics and Art. That's my ghost story. I don't know if it's my dead grandma knocking off the box of hamburger helper or what it was. But, as soon as I find out that my grandma was dead, the box of hamburger helper fell off the shelf. I mean, that's not much of a ending there to my ghost story, but that's all I got for you, Phil. Better luck next time. Maybe we'll have a better question next time. Hi, Leah. What is going on? Hamburger helper for the proof. Pow! I like Halia. That's my man. Halia keeping it real. What is going on? Let's show. Look at this slab here. We got shit laying everywhere. I got some of these black cats laying out beside me. This is from 1954. We got a black cat number 48. And I've had this book a long time. This was I bought this during COVID. When COVID first hit and everybody thought the world was going to end. And I was getting these things dirt cheap because if I was going to die when the world ended, I was going to die with comic books because money wasn't going to be worth nothing either. So I bought this thing really cheap. I bought 3 Black Cat pre-code horror books, and this is one of them. And it's a 3.5. We got the zombie on there. I don't know if this guy's on a stranded island and he was stranded and now he's got a buddy on the island with him or what, but he now has a friend. That is Black Cat Mystery Comics number 48 in a 3.5 blue. So there you go. This next thing I picked up, a guy called me. Is my neighbor, and he said, "Hey, I've got a garage over here full of comics that I don't want, and they're old, and I don't know nothing about them." Sounds like a great story, don't it? I'm on my way. Well, I got over there, and it was 2 paper boxes. Boxes like what do you call it? Paper. Copy and paper comes in, and they're full of 90s shit. There wasn't nothing in there good, but they were old to them. I mean, they're 30 years old, I guess, and had some wizards in there. And I like digging around the wizards, see if they had any posters in them, and just had a bunch of. I remember it had the first couple of Night Thrashers, Silver Sable, all that kind of junk. All the nice. I don't know what you call it, foil covers. And I didn't like nothing in there except for one thing. I saw this. This is a poster magazine, and I'm going to take all the posters out of it. But it's just cool posters all in it. They're done in the 90s style. But you can see it's cool posters all in this book. It's really got some good, cool ones in here. One I really like. One of my favorite Ghost Rider covers of all time is in here. Where is it at? This right here. Love this cover. So it's got that poster in there. So I will be taking all these out and chopping up this poster book. And that is the only thing cool that was in my walk to my neighbor's house to see what they had. But it's got a ton of posters in it. They're all 90s posters. There's some really cool ones. I'm just not finding them now because that's the way live works. When you go live, you can't find shit. But it's got a lot of stuff in it. So I was happy to find that was the belle of the ball as far as I was concerned. So got that. Oh man. Yep. Totally agree with that. Love those Black Cat books. Yep. Gotta have them. I've got 3 of them back here behind me. I'll show you a couple more here in a minute, library. Nice. Oh, me. Oh, shit. Please don't take this compliment next year. All right, so next, what do I want to do next? We got stuff laying everywhere. What is this stack? Let's just show some books off. I found some Hulks at the comic shop. I try to pick up all these Hulks at the comic shop. The guy brought in a whole stack of Hulks, and all the 102 through 202 I try to pick up because, you know, really that's early Hulk if you think about it, because Hulk started back at 102. So 102 to 202, I try to pick up some Hulks. And here's a Rhino cover, which is pretty cool. Oh, crap. We have, if I'm not mistaken, that is Gargoyle, which is the bad guy in issue 1, if you got Hulk 1. We got another one. That one is 193. Doc Samson. And then we just talking about Abomination. There's Abomination there. That is 195. Then we got 196 with Abomination back there. And you can see Thunderbolt Ross on the cover, which goes on to become the Red Hulk. Here is 203. We got these guys with the giant eye. You just hit them in the eye. Black their one eye. They won't be able to see anymore. 204. But my shop gave me these pretty cheap, so I picked them all up. 206. This is a cool cover. This is 211. I don't know who that guy is. I ain't read it yet, but I take it he's Mongol. But he must be pretty damn strong. He's putting the beat down on old Hulk. And we got a couple more. Here's Hulk fixing to throw a tractor at Farmer Joe. And that is 230. I thought that was a pretty cool cover. And then we've got a Hulk number 238. We got some trucker, and he looks in his back mirror, and he's got a Hulk coming. So he dropped a cigarette out of his mouth, as you can see. So pick these Hulks up. Happy to add these to the collection. Let's get to another question, shall we? Picky J says Michael Jackson versus Will Smith. Now, Will Smith's got a hell of a slap, but the slap didn't even phase that little, I don't even know, that little, I guess he's a comedian, but didn't even phase that guy, that little announcer host. So I don't know how much power he's got in his slap whenever Will Smith just slapped the shit out of him, and it didn't even hurt him. But Michael Jackson's got some moves. We know Michael Jackson could go on stage for hours with cardio. Michael Jackson does wrestle little boys. There is Brother John. What is up, Brother John? Half of the greatest brother comic duo of all space and time. Back to Michael Jackson versus Will Smith. Who do I got? Michael's just too much for him, I think. Michael's got the moves. I'm going Michael Jackson over Will Smith. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. Abomination was hideous. Totally agree. Oh, man. Hulk may appear angrier than he may appear. Totally agree. Here's Bubs. What is Bubs saying? Yeah. You got to get out of the way of the Hulk. Because my Hulk, it ain't Mr. Fix-It Hulk. He don't wear a long trench coat and a hat. He don't shoot a gun. My Hulk's going to just sit there and destroy anything in his path. And that could be a Girl Scout, or it could be a dope head, or a dope dealer, or whatever. My Hulk does not play favoritism. He just destroys everybody. So that's what I like about it. And what is up, Ben City of Compton? You can't have a show without Ben here. I mean, Ben's been around on my shows for a while, and he knows that the stupidest shit you're ever going to hear is on this channel, because this is the worst show on YouTube. 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row it's been voted the worst show on YouTube. Can you believe that? I mean, we don't have any kind of effects. We don't have an intro. We don't have an outro. I mean, the show is done with a shitty ass iPhone and a bar stool. I got 2 bar stools. Put my camera on one and my damn mouse on the other. And an iPhone for some fucked up effects every once in a while. But anyway, you know, it works. We're punk rock. We're keeping it low key, and we're keeping it indie. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're the Sex Pistols, the Ramones of the YouTube world. We don't have a lot of money. So anyway, what can we do now? Speaking of not having a lot of money, what a segue. This stack of stuff right here proves that you can find stuff cheap that is fun to collect and does not cost a fortune. This stuff here is cool shit, man. This shit is cool. It didn't cost hardly. All this stack was under $100. You know, anybody can save up $100. I don't give a damn if you work at McDonald's. You can save up $100 in a while. Save up your money. For $100, I got all this, I'm sure. We'll say this for last because it's the coolest thing I got in the stack. But let's look at some of this stuff that you can get and collect cheap. One thing I like to collect is cheap. If you want some good nostalgia, oozing nostalgia, and you want something really cool, and, you know, you love old Spider-Man, but you can't afford that 1 through 100. That shit's gotten high. I've got 1 through 100, and the shit's gotten through the roof. It's just gotten silly. But you want that old nostalgia. What you can do is collect these Spidey electric companies. They're hard to find, and they don't cost no money. I have been looking everywhere for these things, and I like finding them in the wild. I don't get on eBay and look for them. I get them out of the wild. And I hardly ever find any. So when you find a collection or somebody comes in with 5 or 6 to my local comic book store, I try to buy them up because they're cheap and they ooze nostalgia. But this one is Miss Marvel. There's the Beetle back there, and there's Spidey. And this is Electric Company. These things are hard to find in good shape. These things were, you know, on PBS. So these things are put in libraries, and kids just read the shit out of them and beat them up. So if you can find any of these old Spideys, pick them up. Here is a Spider-Man and Spider-Woman. And Doc Ock is in the background, as you can see. I picked up 4 of them. Here is another one I found with Namor. This one is number 34. And the last one I picked up has the White Tiger in it. It's number 37. These things are cheap. I mean, you can find these things for $3 to $5 a piece. And you can go back, and there's also Spidey and Friends. You can find them, and they're cool. But that is some of my little things. I got some more stuff here to show you that's cheap, too, that you can find. Oh, me. Damn, Pete. Why don't you just ask him how he feels about people in his lawn? What did Pete say? Oh, me. Pete, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What is my opinion on these bright headlights on the roads these days? Man, if you're talking about them white-ass lights, like you still need these big 4x4s that blind you, they're like some special light. I hate them. People are putting them on top of their cars. People are putting them underneath their dash. All these Jeep people are riding around down here. I hate them white lights, if that's what you're talking about. I hate the white. They're like a clear light. I don't like it at all. Don't like it at all, Pete. But welcome to the show, Pete. I love Pete. Pete's the man. Oh, me. Great legend. I love McDonald's. I've always loved McDonald's. McDonald's, they don't have a dollar value meal no more. It's like a $1.99 value meal. They still call it a dollar value meal, and the shit's $1.99. My favorite thing at McDonald's, I still like the double quarter pounder. Them cheap ass nuggets are good. They're like spongy. They're not even real meat, but I've always ate them my whole life. So you gotta love them. Let me tell you about some news. Pete, you want to hear some news that really pissed me off? And then I got to get to stack this cheap shit that's really cool. Pete, let me tell you some news that pissed me off. Since you want to talk about shit that's going to make me mad, I'm going to tell you something that pissed me off, Pete. Today, I was looking through previews on the old IntraTube. And I looked at the previews, comics, and Boom. I don't have no problem with Booms. Boom. I read some Boom comics, but what pissed me off was they have a series coming out called Berserker, Face Full of Bullets. It's like a Western Berserker story. And I thought, well, I like Westerns. I'm an old fucker. That sounds good. It's right up my alley. Why wouldn't I read it? And then I seen that it is just for number one, a Berserker Face Full of Bullets is $9.99 cover price. And the foil is $11.99. I didn't complain when books went up to $6 a piece, but $9.99 for a regular comic book and $11.99 for a foil. If we start giving into these prices, everything's going to go up and the comic book world is over. I mean, I'm not giving $10 a comic book, especially for a regular comic book. You can go to Image and get a damn trade for $10. That's what I like about Image. I just bought the Geiger trade, which I had all the comics, but I just bought the Geiger trade for $9.99. Why would I want to buy I'm not going to be reading Berserker. I'm going to go out of my way not to read it. And you vote with your dollar. So I hope nobody buys Berserker Face Full of Bullets for $10 and for $11.99. Because that sucks. Sucks a mule cock. Oh, me. Trying to catch up with the chat. Y'all are talking a lot down there. I like it. Anyway, let's look at some more cheap stuff that's cool to collect. I found this at my comic store. Look at that artwork. Look at that artwork. Anybody ever seen that artwork before? I haven't. I'm a big Superman fan. Never seen this artwork. This is an actual Power Records 45 record. I think I paid $1.99 for this. And the time to buy something you never seen is when you see it. Pretty cool. I love the artwork on it. And that is a Power Records 45. And there's what it's called if you ever want to look for it on eBay. So, but I thought it looked really cool. And it was $1.99. Why wouldn't I buy that? Pretty cool stuff. And here is one. This is another Power Records. This is a cool one. This is a book and record set, so you can read along. And this is a really cool cover. It's a Neal Adams cover. I think it's mid 70s. I'd have to look, but it's got the record in it. You can read along with the book, and it is cool. So check that out. There's many Power Records. They make a lot of different ones of these. So try to get you some of those. You can pick that up cheap. And this is one of my favorite covers of all time. Dracula, if you're still on here. This is one of my favorite covers of all time. This is my favorite Tomb of Dracula cover. This is 19. Well, I was able to find the Power Records of it also. So, the only thing different is, this story, it says Snowbound in Hell. I guess because this is more towards kids, they put Terror in the Snow. But it's the same cover. This is your comic. This is your record. And you can find these things for $3 or $4, and they're really cool. So if you ever want to collect weird stuff that nobody's got, just look for these Power Records. They fit in the comic sleeves. Everything's cool about them. Love these things. So, sometimes you got to think outside the box. So we got Power Records. We got the 45s. We got the big ones that comes with the comic. How about Rock laying the smackdown on Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes and The Rock. I'm an AEW guy, but I'll talk some WWE every once in a while. They come from great families, wrestling families. Love Dusty Rhodes. I love his family. I'm not a Cody fan per se, but I love the Rhodes name and everything about him. It's probably been the best thing on WWE in a long time. Bringing back The Rock was not a bad thing. The Rock can talk where, Roman and them can't. So I think it's good stuff. Yep, Pete, that is some good stuff. All right, now for the most expensive thing I got that's cheap in this stack. This is going to blow somebody's dick off. Y'all gonna love this. It's gonna blow your dick off. I'm a huge Hulk collector. I collect Hulk shit all the time, but you don't have to pay a lot for Hulk stuff. You can find this stuff like this for like $25 or cheaper on eBay. I've seen them as cheap as $20. I had to pay a little bit extra for this one because I wanted a certain one. But you can't even get a great Hulk comic book for $25. I mean, so to get a cool piece of Hulk memorabilia for under $25 is something. So look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Signed by Lou right there. Lou Ferrigno. Look at those bushy ass eyebrows. Look at them fake buck teeth. Lou Ferrigno grew up watching this. You need this in your life. Everybody go to eBay now and buy these. They're like $25, $20. Who don't love a Lou Ferrigno? Lou Ferrigno. Look at them eyebrows. They had to put it. You're telling me that's the best CBS could come up with? Look how nice his bottom teeth are compared to his top teeth. He's wearing fake top teeth. He's got some bushy ass eyebrows. And look at that damn wig. That's the best wig they could find, my man. And I like it when you watch some of these shows. He's fighting gorillas. He's fighting all this crap. He's in the water with a alligator, and then he shows him throwing an alligator. It looks like a Walmart balloon, aired up inner tube he's throwing through the air. And he's running down the middle of a street, and he's got on these green spray painted flip flops, so he's supposed to be barefooted. But you gotta love Lou Ferrigno. So thought that was cool for $25. I'll hang it here in Dopetopia somewhere. You'll sit in the background, but I got all that for under $100. Everything I just showed, all them records, this cool picture, all those Electric Company Spider-Mans. You can't beat that kind of shit. I mean, I'm a cheap collector, but I like stuff that nobody else has. Modern variant costs you $100 these days. So why wouldn't you want some of that cool stuff? So I thought that was cool. Let's answer another question we got over here. Favorite cereal besides Dope Flakes? Dope Flakes. Dope Flakes. Start your day with a bowl of Dope Flakes. Dope Flakes. 12 ounces of Dope Flakes, 12 ounces of red homo milk will give you 12 ounces of knowledge. Start your day with Dope Flakes. But anyway, favorite cereal besides Dope Flakes? Oh, Apple Jacks. Love Apple Jacks. Back when I was a young guy, I would just hang out at parties all day. I remember one time we took off and went to Panama City and didn't have no money, and I ate Apple Jacks all week. Just went to the local Piggly Wiggly and just drunk beer and liquor and ate Apple Jacks all week because it was cheap. Apple Jacks. And another time I went to the beach, had nowhere to stay. Stayed 3 or 4 days at the beach without having a hotel room. Probably 18 years old. Drinking Miller Lite, and I was eating Pop-Tarts. I would buy boxes of Pop-Tarts because you don't have to cook them. You can hide them in your duffel bag on the beach, and you can eat Pop-Tarts and get drunk and be homeless for a week. But anyway, there you go. My favorite cereal besides Dope Flakes, Christy hashtag bugs, is Apple Jacks. But I also love Lucky Charms. So there you go. And there's you a great story about Panama City. Yeah. And look at there. There is Lady Fantastic. She's a Nashvilleian. What is up, lady? Steve. Yeah, Lou, what can I say? Nice Lou. You're right. Lou Ferrigno. Great shit. Great stuff. Pete says, brown or green tobacco? I smoked weed. I didn't smoke no tobacco. I tried tobacco. Tobacco didn't do anything for me. When I was a kid, I smoked weed. I drank a lot. By the time I was 21, I was almost done with everything. It just wasn't fun no more. I still drink Miller Lite. Still like apple beer. Apple beer? What the fuck are you drinking apple beer for? That's some pansy ass shit. I like apple beer. So if you get any Angry Orchard or you get some any of that kind of stuff, I'll drink some apple beer. Don't know why. Okay. You say one of my favorite sandwiches are the double cheese quarter pounder or Wendy's Baconator. Dude, the Baconator is great. I love the Baconator. I love the double cheese quarter pounder. I'm gonna go with the double cheese quarter pounder. The Baconator is great, but it's too much bacon. I'd rather have the Dave's double stack with just pickles, ketchup, and mustard. Now the Dave's double stack would probably beat the double cheese quarter pounder. Wendy's whole menu is better. Wendy's got great chicken, they got great spicy chicken sandwich, the Baconator, the Frosty, man. How do you beat the Frosty? Frosty's great. Now, McDonald's does have better fries. Double quarter pounder is great. A lot of people talk about the Big Mac, but I haven't got the Big Mac since fucking 70s. I don't know nothing about the Big Mac. So, you know, what can I say? Pete, you're just full of questions today. Papers, blunt, yeah, just regular old zigzag rolling papers. Kid, I was a kid smoking weed and getting tattoos in Panama City. Carl's Jr. Come on, man. I don't know about. We don't have Carl's here. We've got Hardee's, which is the same thing, I guess. Carl's has got good chicken strip. Carl's has got a mean. I guess they call it the big ham and cheddar or ham and cheese, but the big one. Because if you don't tell them the big one, they'll give you the regular one. I don't want the regular one. I want the big ham and cheese sandwich they got there. Good stuff. Chocolate frosty. When you get old like us, Steve, the chocolate frosty is just cheap and great. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with that. Not at all. Let's look at some more books. I got crap laying everywhere. I was talking about a Black Cat Mystery a while ago. Here's another Black Cat Mystery. Here's one of the other three I bought. This is from 1952 and a 4.5 blue. Bought this when the world was ending with COVID too. This one came with that other one. Probably my favorite Black Cat Mystery cover. I say that the electric chair did not work. And I love the names of the stories that's in this book. Every one of them sounds like a metal band. You know, you could be an Army of Scorpions. Army of Scorpions, I mean, you going to go next week to see the Army of Scorpions? Or what about Corpses from the Sea? That sounds like a metal band. Or Man-Made Monster. I mean, all these titles you always see in these books could be great, metal bands. So there is another Black Cat Mystery. That one is number 33. Good book. Good book. Let me grab some more stuff to show off. What do we want to show off next land here? I got shit laying everywhere. What is this stuff? Here's some Ghost Riders for all you Ghost Rider fans. We've got a Ghost Rider here, number 4. As y'all know, I'm putting together 1 through 81. Got to get it finished. That way I can finish my Marvel Spotlight 6 through 11. I just want the Ghost Riders. This is number 16. It's a cool Ghost Rider cover. Great Ghost Rider cover. Here is number 52. That's a shitty cover. Shitty cover, but you got to have it. And we were just speaking about this. Look at that cover. This is the best Ghost Rider cover of all time. This one's number 63. That's the best chopper. I love the skull behind it. That is the book. Number 65. Got the skulls everywhere. And the last one, it's really, really busy, but it's really cool looking if you look at it close. But you can see the skull. I don't think it was well done because it's just super busy. But if you sit here and look at it long enough, there's a bunch of cool stuff in it. Circus of Crime. Hopefully it's got my man Ringmaster in it, because Ringmaster is one of my favorite villains of all time. He first appeared in Hulk number 3. And before we get any farther, let's look at a Hulk number 1. Somebody want to see a Hulk number 1? Where is it at? I forgot who asked earlier for Hulk number 1, but there's Hulk number 1 and a 2.0. Hope you're still on here. But if you ain't, you can come back and watch it. Hulk 2.0. This is a beautiful copy. There's no chipping. Black's black. Colors are real bright. Really no writing on it. Love this book. Took me forever to save for. I have Hulk 1 through 6, but great books, man. If you ever, it's my favorite Silver Age book. Well, it's my favorite fucking comic ever made. So if you want a cool comic, it don't get no cooler than that. I could show you fucking, I don't know, Elvis's pube hair, and it wouldn't be as cool as this book. This is the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the coolest thing you're going to see today. I mean, this or, I don't know. I can't think of nothing as cool as this. Maybe Carmen Electra naked, but this is pretty damn cool. You know what I mean? This is my shit. Greatest comic book of all time. Let's see. This is a Black Cat from 1954. This is the last of the three I got COVID together. This is a dude drowning at the mill. And if you look real close, you can see the blood coming out of his nose, swirling around in the water. See, it's a trail. It's a trail of red. It goes all the way down through here, all the way across there. We had that bridge that fell today, and now I'm showing this damn book, and I'm like, ugh. But that bridge fell today in Baltimore, and it's probably got bodies out there floating. And I live on a river myself. So if I walk in my back door, I can see the Cumberland River in Tennessee. So we're always having dead bodies out there too. But you can see the bottom of the wheel. You can see the body floating around right there. So this is a 3.0. This is number 51 of Black Cat. I love pre-code horror. I collect pre-code horror. I've got every pre-code horror book that I can think of. No, not Black Cat, former WCW wrestler. Shit, man. Southern California, it's Carl's Jr. Yeah, I think it's like halfway across the United States. It's Carl's Jr. on half. And then on our half, we've got Hardy's. Any DC love? Man, I love DC. I probably love DC more than I do Marvel. But my two favorite characters just happens to be, Hulk and Ghost Rider. So they're both Marvel. But everything else I read is pretty much DC. Got all kinds of DC back here. DC all over there. I love DC horror from the 70s. All of the Witching Hour, House of Secrets, House of Mystery. All that stuff is my jam. Library Beauty, yep. You wanted to see that Hulk 1? There's your Hulk 1, brother. Thank you. I'll show a Hulk 1 anytime I can. It's a favorite book of mine. Fuzzbuzz 8897 wants to know Chester Cheetah or Tony the Tiger. Chester the Cheetah. Cheetah's going to have speed. Tony the Tiger has got the strength. Chester, though, seems spaced out he's probably smoking a lot of dope. He seems more like your, Chester Cheetah seems more like your skateboarder, hanging out under the bleachers at the football game, smoking anything kind of guy. Where Tony the Tiger is your jock, probably starting quarterback of your football team. I'm going to say Tony the Tiger would probably crush Chester Cheetah. Chester Cheetah is the coolest guy, and I'd probably hang out with Chester Cheetah for sure before I'd hang out with Tony the Tiger. But I feel like Tony the Tiger would just crush Chester Cheetah. So I'm going to go with Tony the Tiger to kick Chester Cheetah's ass. I mean, how could Chester Cheetah win? He's too laid back. Yeah, Harvey Horror. You're right, brother. I got two more books, two more pre-codes to show you, Library 88. And that'll be all the pre-code horror I've got out here right now. But I got two more. Trip on this. I found an old comic, Nightmare on M Street 2. I was so mad going through it. I had all kinds of track marks on it. I've got all the Nightmare on M Streets. I've got them back here in a couple of these boxes. You want to see a cool Nightmare on M Street? I've got multiple copies of one. But this one's awful cool because it's autographed by Robert Englund. And not only did he autograph it Robert Englund, he autographed it double. He put Freddy Krueger on here. And not only did he do that for me, he signed it in the green. He signed it in green, which matches the girl's dress. So this is Nightmare on M Street 1. I've also got the magazines, the first appearance of Freddy Krueger, but it's more of a magazine size. This is the first comic he was in, and it is signed Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, 9.2. Beautiful book. Love Freddy, love Jason, love Texas. I like Leatherface. I love Scream. I love all that. And you can't see it, but right up there is the first Nightmare on Elm Street video game, complete in box with a manual and everything. And there is a Friday the 13th video game up there, complete in box, manual and everything. And there's the old VHS, Nightmare on Elm Street 1, box, first printing. And then there's a Friday on the 13th, first print VHS. So that is pretty cool. Oh, me. Awesome signed book. Yeah. Let me see what else I got laying around here to show today. Let's look at two more of these. This is Eerie from 1952. This is number 6. This one's really cool. We got a woman here. We got a giant tombstone. This one's from 1952. I love to collect all the old Eerie's. I collect anything horror from pre-code to modern. It don't matter what it is. Like I said, I collect records, horror records. I collect horror VHS. I collect horror Nintendo games. Anything horror. What else? Next week, well, tomorrow, I'll be picking up Superman in my pull box. Superman 12, Hulk 10, Undead Evil 1, Tales from the Grave 1, and also I might give Sam and Twitch a try. I'm not really a Spawn fan, but I might try to read Sam and Twitch because it's a 1 and it's got me interested. So we will be trying that and seeing what's up with it. I don't know how good it'll be, but hell, might as well read it and see what it's about, right? So, and I've got a couple more books to show you, and this will be about all, but this is the first ever appearance of Dracula in comic books. This one is a 1953. This is Eerie number 12. And I'm a big Dracula fan. And this is his first ever appearance in comic books. And my kids, when they were little, got me this for Father's Day. So I always keep the cards and put them in the back of the Mylar. That way I'll know when I got it and all that stuff. But this is the first appearance of Dracula in comic books. Beautiful book. I was in Panama City on the beach again, drunk whenever I purchased this book, and my kids gave it to me for Father's Day. So, you know, it's bad when you got to buy your own gifts, but you know, it's a cool gift to buy. But they wanted to buy it for me, so they asked for my card, and they bought me this. So, what can I say? What can I say? Beautiful book. And you know, I also read crazy shit. Here's some more cheap books I love to read. Anytime you can find the old ghost stories, Dale books, they're awesome. You can find them cheap. I got them laying everywhere. The Grimm stories, Golden Key, they're awesome too. You can find any of them. They're always cool. But you know, we're right at an hour. I try not to go over an hour on my live streams. I know people got shit to do. I got shit to do. That Dracula area is awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. It's the best one in the run. It's the belle of the ball when it comes to the Eerie's. What can I say? I'm glad all y'all showed up to watch. Pete, I'm glad you came out. I've never seen you in my chat before. Subscribe, Pete. Subscribe, damn it. That way you'll know whenever I'm going to be on here. I do a live show about once a month, and then I drop new shit content 3-4 times a week. They're usually videos, they're usually horror, or they're usually Hulk oriented or something like that. But subscribe, Pete. If you ain't subscribed, everybody else, I see you in the chat all the time. Glad you got to see the Library 88. I'm glad you got to see that Hulk again. Proud of that book. Anybody's got any questions, just leave them in, message me, whatever you got to do. And I will answer them on our next thing. Thank everybody for coming out. like I said, we try to have fun on here and try not to keep it too long. Hulk Smash, you are right, KB. KB, I saw you on Facebook. You liked the little promotion thing we did today, saying we was going to do a live video tonight. So thank you for liking that. And everybody, till the next time, read your comics, and I will see you again beneath the blackened sky.